For your other phone?
Yeah, when I split off.
Oh, okay.
Just going to turn a little bit.
This way?
Right there. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all honor, praise, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
double honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect, pushing the true doctrine across the four winds of the earth and all truth and sincerity. Hey, we're the Mississippi Count once again, coming out on the highways and byways, prophesying the downfall of America. Let you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans know that you're the most highest chosen people, man. And now it's high time to wake out of sleep. Okay, we see a lot of prophecies coming to pass. Okay, and these prophecies are going to bring forth the change, man. The things that you have been accustomed to and the things that you look forward to in the society is getting ready to come to an end, man. Okay, you see all the different things that are happening, man. All the tension that's going on throughout the earth, whether it's the wars, the proxy wars, the uprisings of the people, you know, the presidential election. You know, it's all different avenues of confusion that's going to bring forth chaos in this society, man. Because this is what the elites want to bring forth, man. Order out chaos, order out of chaos. So they can what? Create the problem and bring forth the solution, man. After the reaction takes place. And the reaction is eventually going to lead up to what is we call Jacob's trouble, man. Because people are going to be in dire straits, okay? The economy is going to collapse. The petrodollar or the Federal Reserve note or the monetary system, however you want to put it, is gonna crash. All right, and you're not gonna be have access to particular things, man. Now they want to push forth this digital ID, and we know what that road leads to, man. Okay, so changes are gonna happen in society, man. But the ultimate change that we're looking forward to is the return of Yahushua, man. But before that happens, other prophecies have to be come to pass.
This second Esdras to the 9, verse 1, he answered me then, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right, so we seeing that the Lord is visiting this place, man. You know, because the things that are happening. You know, prophecy, we come out here is to say before. Okay, to speak on the things that are going to happen according to the scriptures, relating to current events that are happening according to the scriptures, man. To break it down in simplicity for people who will get an understanding of that, man. Okay, and one of the things we are seeing is this society is starting to go in a downhill spiral, man. It's going down the drain. Okay, you got inflation, man. What does inflation do? It causes people to be in a strait, man, where they can't hardly afford to buy groceries. You know, they have to make their mind up where they're going to buy food, where they're going to get gas, where they're going to buy clothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's putting people in a position where they having to start making drastic decisions, man. People are losing their jobs. And when you lose your job, that brings forth what? More straits, man. People got to figure out how they're going to survive. They're going to have to figure out how they're going to eat. You know, and then people losing, you know what I'm saying, their homes, right? They don't have nowhere to lay their head. They're trying to figure out where they're going to get their shelter from. And all these things are going to start stirring up people, and people going to start getting, you know what I'm saying, unease, man. Some people going to start getting so frustrated it's going to bring forth violence, you know, and this is what this devil wants. You know, and it's all prophecy, man. Okay, because the Lord said, think that I have not come to bring peace but a sword, man. He's going to start stirring up the minds of people, and they're going to start turning against each other, man. And he's going to use this devil to do it by way of what? Taking away pleasures, taking away accessible things that people need in this society to feel comfortable. And that's one thing is going to be, is that comfort is going to be taken away, man.
Research for you. And this is Ecclesiastes 12:3. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because there are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened.
Right. Because these elites, man, they see their society is going to go down, man. A lot of these Fortune 500 companies and stuff, even though they all tied in, they're going to start losing, man. You know, the middle class, they're going to start, you know what I'm saying, losing it, because they're going to be cut out, man. It's going to be the rich and the poor. Okay, and people you see nowadays who you would consider rich, like your athletes, LeBron James, them, you know, some of these actors and everything, you think they're rich. But when that time comes, they're going to be cut off, man. They're going to be right along with the poor, man. Because they're nothing but pawns in the scheme of things, which is the what? Get the minds of Jake, man. To have Jake to continue to do things in wickedness, to get engulfed in this society, this world, to be just completely westernized, Hellenized, and just pretty much gone, man, engulfed in this westernized culture.
And the verse for you. Same chapter. Back in Ecclesiastes 12:3, and the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because there are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Right, and the grinders going to cease, meaning jobs are coming to an end, as they are now. Jobs are being, okay, there are layoffs, companies are shutting down, you know, whether it's restaurants, department stores, convenience stores, malls, you know, mom and pop spots, they're being shut down, man, because they don't have the finances to keep it going. Because what? People don't have the money to participate in a lot of these things they used to. I mean, you still have people doing things. The society is still functioning, but it's a slower pace, man. People are being more mindful in the sense of how they spend their monies, man.
Verse 4, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low.
Companies closing, man. You know, this place, America, is closing. The brother sent me an article. I ain't get to watch it yet, but the title the dude had on cancel Christmas this year. You know, it's a wrap, man. This place is done. But people are still have this false sense of hope, man. They just hoping and praying that this devil preserve and provide things that they can be comfortable with. But that's not going to be the case, man. He has set people up for a failure, man, to the point that he's going to implement his Haragi. And people are going to be looking for a safety net, a way out. But they're not going to look towards Yahweh Shemi outside because they are worldly people. You got a point, bro?
They made this beast system their God, because what? They look towards this beast system for what? Their daily bread and comfort, their stability. You know? They look towards this place for what? All their necessities. So of course they're gonna pray that this place get better. Of course they're gonna pray that this place, you know, heal. But no, the Most High, you know, is willing this place down. You know, taking it piece by piece. You know, and once this place falls, and these elites abandon them, they're gonna be left with their idol gods. You know, gods that cannot help. You know.
It's Isaiah 36:6. It said, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed." So a staff is like a supporting system, you know. So when you say how people they trust in the shadow of Egypt, referring to America, going back to the brother Lamar's point, that guy he referring to is Big Boy the Genius. That video, that title is called "Cancel Christmas Until Further Notice." Yeah, you know, he's a truck driver out there in Mobile, Alabama. He has a contract with Walmart. He said how Walmart been canceling the contracts for like Christmas, like the toys and things of that sort, because you know they not getting no money coming in. Right. So that's gonna be like a big, you know what I'm saying?
It'll be a big blow to society,
Yep.
man.
So a lot of people on the comment board, you know, it's all about doom and gloom, the videos that he make. But it's really, actuality is aligned up with biblical prophecies.
It's reality.
Yep, it's reality.
It's reality. You know, these cats are actually in denial. And denial is defined as refusing to really accept reality. So you tell yourself in your mind it's going to be okay, it's going to get better, but it's not. And this is backed up by the Holy Scriptures, man.
And that's beautiful, man. That's what we're looking forward to, because, you know, we're sick and tired of seeing these people all happy and proud. You know what I'm saying? And just thinking that this place is forever and ever, man.
Boy, the Grinch, ain't
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we spiritual Christians.
Yeah, bro, shit. Goddamn by humbug. Because, I mean, brothers can only imagine how these people gonna feel if they say, look, no Christmas. Basically saying no Christmas, man. No Christmas.
It's gonna be the adults that's gonna act the worst.
They gonna be the worst one. They gonna be the worst one. You got it, bro.
Yeah, because they justify actually celebrating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Based on it's on the family or the kids. It's either spend time with the family or your children. But at the same time frame, you have the weekdays to spend time with your family.
Yeah.
You gotta make time or the weekends. Why does it have to be Christmas and things of that nature when you know by default it's a pagan holiday because there's so many videos that has came out showing you Jeremiah the 10th chapter.
Right. That's why the Lord said he despised and hate your feast days, man. And now he's finna show how much he really hate them because he's finna take them from you people, man. You know, you gonna try to force it. You gonna go get probably a limb off a pine tree and stick it in a bucket or some shit. But at the end of the day, man, that spirit of Christmas really been gone. You people really been forcing it, man. You know, but it's over, man. I mean, the best thing people can do is hearken to the prophets, man. And pray to the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to forgive them, man, and repent. Because this place is gone, man. It's done.
Hey, going back to Big Ward the Genius, out there in Mobile, Alabama. I forgot y'all mall what it's called. But it's a nice little mall too. But you was like filming like the inside of it. Man, no business is going on with that. You know, it's just showing like the malls pretty soon, the shopping malls around America, they're gonna shut down.
And people are broke. Like, people don't got it. And as inflation goes up, guess what remains the same? Your hourly wage. So now it takes 2 or 3 people to run a household. It takes 2 or 3 jobs to basically sustain and maintain yourself.
Just so-called make ends meet.
Right.
You know?
And you still broke.
So going back to Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, how those who look out the windows be darkened, and darkened goes into like that dismal spirit. People not have no hope within this place like that. You know?
And that brings on depression, anxiety, and so on and so forth.
And that's because, and also in Isaiah, it goes to about the burden of Egypt. That burden goes to that pressure, the anxiety, all that upon all these American shoulders. And they have, like, and they backs getting pushed against the wall, these draconian measures. So pretty soon, these Americans going to have that breaking point. That's when you're going to start seeing more civil uprisings, more social unrest within this place.
That's why I did a video last night about the rest.
Yeah.
About rest. I mean, Jake, you can't really fucking rest. Like I said, you missed one motherfucking day of work. Hey, if you feel like you thousand days behind, that one day of missing work, man, you put yourself in the bind. And like some people working 2, 3 jobs, and you women, like this brother did a great video. Hey, women, you out here struggling, but you don't want to hear to your man, eat to your man, or try to get a man. You paying all your bills by yourself. You bitch understand you get a man, y'all together, you 2 incomes, and make it work. It's that shit. What 1 + 1? It's 2. It's how it is.
Structure.
But y'all in your fucking feeling, the man, this man, there. Y'all bitch y'all struggling already. You wait till the shit crash. You think it bad now? You think it's bad now? We wait till the shit hit the fan. It's on. The man, no man gonna be there. You by yourself. People run in your house and take your shit. And what you gonna do?
It'll take you as well.
You're damn right.
Your body will not your life.
That's right.
You know?
So back in Isaiah 36:6, Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed.
And that's what the 2/3 of our people doing, going back to Egypt. Right? Because the staff, like the brother says, is a support system, but his reed is the system. Like they believe in this system. Go ahead.
On Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it.
So America is modern day Egypt, right? And how do you lean on it? Your belief system. You know, going into Revelation, the 13th chapter, how those who worship the beast started with their belief system. And if you lean on it, it will pierce your hand. This is a chip scripture. This is also a chip scripture too. Because basically, because of this system, because people still want to remain attached, once that mechanism is mandated, people will stick out their hand and get it pierced. And yes, that is a sin worthy of death. How do you know? Because according to Leviticus, I think the 19th chapter, you're not supposed to make cuttings in the flesh, but to receive Revelation 13 and 16, you must have a cutting in the flesh, which is a piercing. And by Revelation 14 chapter, it tells you what? That it is a sin worthy of death, because anybody that has that mechanism will receive what? The judgment of the lake of fire.
That's the concept Esau is going to use upon the masses, because these people heavily, they are attached to convenience. So by you taking away convenience from these Americans, you're taking away pretty much their rights, you know? So what they're going to do, Esau is going to utilize that plan, that strategic plan right there. That's how a lot of people going to get chipped. You can't get this, well, you got to take this. Now, a lot of people going to fall in line. We already saw the prelude of it in 2020, you know?
Yeah.
So how much more in the physical aspect of it when the MOTB be fully implemented?
Yeah.
I got precept.
This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 17. And the lawfulness of men shall be brought, and the lawfulness of men shall be bowed down, and haughtiness of men shall be made low.
I say something. That starts your fucking lifestyle being taken from you. Lawfulness goes into your pridefulness. Look at Puff Daddy. He's no longer sitting high now. You know, so basically, how do you destroy American dude or American woman? Well, you take their pride away from them by doing what? Removing certain employments from them, right?
And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
Because all these fucking American idols will be destroyed. And we seeing how the Most High is utilizing Yahushua to basically destroy these so-called American idols. And more idols will fall. When you go into that term idol, what does it mean? False gods, right? You know, they act and emulate like they God, you know, like they God sent or even a power within itself, but you can't even stop yourself from not dying. You can't even prevent yourself from not going to the bathroom or going to sleep or from becoming sick. But because of your money, you're a so-called God, which makes you a fucking idol.
So by these economic straits that Esau is putting upon the masses, you see a lot more people, especially these women, and that's humbling them now. That's why more of them gravitating to social media saying, I can't do this anymore by myself. Because feminism has failed them. And now they're saying at the end times that that so-called covenant you made with death, hey, it's going to become disannulled very soon.
See, that's a dead man on the passenger side riding, man.
Maybe how about Shema Shah destroy him to the night? Like a Camaro, you get a bump, like then you come about
Let that nigga go rank count. Leave let that nigga go rank.
Well, one of the big white people get a hold of it.
I be doing a cartoon.
Okay, so this Proverbs 25 and 19. Confidence in the unfaithful man in a time of trouble is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint.
Hey, read that again.
This Proverbs 29, it's like Proverbs 25 and 19. Confidence in the unfaithful man.
So what's the unfaithful man? Your modern day Pharaoh, which leads you back to this fucking system. Okay, believing in the president. Okay, make them believe, you believe in the president and you think he's for the benefit of your people. Right, go ahead.
It says, confidence in the unfaithful man in a time of trouble is like a broken tooth.
So what's the trouble coming, Salaki? What's the trouble coming? Jacob's trouble. Jacob's straits. Trouble in the Hebrew also means straits, which means what? A position of difficulty, man. Right? And it's like a what, bro?
It says, it's like a broken tooth.
So what's a broken tooth? Basically, you're supposed to be able to bite down on things. If you can't bite down on nothing, if your teeth is weak, then you don't need that tooth. It's not a support, right? You can't be used. What else, bro?
It says, and a foot out of joint.
Right, and a foot out of joint, meaning what? It's not stable. It's unstable. So our people believe in this system, okay, basically believe in a false security. A security that's not stable. A security that's not stable. A security that is unstable. And that's what this American dream leads to. A world of a fucking nightmare.
In order for you to believe this American dream, you gotta be asleep. Like George Carlin said, you know?
Hey, and now the niggas gone. Hey, you niggas don't respect Jake, man. Like you said, you got your mama in you.
Just like Eve, she had a hierarchy in her mind.
Yeah.
And Jake at the bottom of the hierarchy. That's why you talk over people, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you know it's over at the point when street niggas call their moms their OGs.
Yeah.
So
they do.
it's over.
It's different.
And if you want to, I don't mean to cut you off the point, but at the same time frame, if you want to talk, pull up and deal like men.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody finna yell out the street. We the Israelites.
Hell
We
no.
beyond that shit.
This ain't 08, bro.
This ain't no way,
And
man.
that's beautiful how the Lord woke him up on this day,
Yep.
September 20th,
Yep.
just to get marked.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's all he did.
Yeah.
He got marked, man.
He
Well,
knew
Martha, yeah.
what he was doing. He said, what y'all talking about? And he said, y'all preaching to the Lord King. You knew it, man.
Yeah. So you already knew that we was preaching.
This is small.
He's the type of nigga smoke weed and watch the video.
This is Sirach chapter 12, starting at verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Hey, you don't supposed to trust your enemy. And build the spirit, yo, we know our enemies do, right? And get all 104.6, right? Go ahead, bro.
For like as iron rust,
So you know iron is gonna rust eventually. One thing for sure about iron, it gets old and it will rust. Go ahead.
so is his wickedness.
That's how your enemy is, because he is the wicked. So just like an iron, just like iron and rust, hey, that's how it is with the wicked, man. Their wickedness will eventually show who they are. It's gonna pierce through the surface.
Because rust is going to eventually appear on iron.
That's it.
It's inevitable.
Right.
The same thing with the wicked. His true character is going to eventually show.
That's right.
Look at the planet. Look at the estate of the planet Earth.
Yeah.
That's a testament as to who's running it and their level of leadership, man. You know.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching yet, take good heed and beware of him.
Yeah, because Esau make it seem like he's your friend, okay? He'll tell you to go vote and so on and so forth. He'll tell you to believe in the system. He'll buy you lunch. He'll even give you a promotion on range. But at the end of the day, in his spirit is to destroy you. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. And they have mastered the art of war, and I'm talking about the nobility of Edom. Really, they know Jake better than their fucking selves. Right? Really?
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
So what happens when you wipe a looking glass? You still see your fucking reflection.
Yeah.
Okay? And hey, at the end
Streaks
of the
up
day,
here.
what?
Streaks.
Them
It ain't gonna be clean.
streaks of wickedness is in that nigga. Streaks of wickedness.
Hey, like a streaker would be like this, this financial thing going on right now. When you talking about like the economy good,
Yeah.
meanwhile people losing jobs,
Right.
more people are homeless,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, out here and stuff like that. That's a streak on that wiping glass.
Yeah.
You know?
And you have to kind of look at the streaks, a lot of times you have to kind of step and look at it at an angle to see it. And people don't take the time and look at things for what they really are, man. Taking this devil's word is terrible, man. It's a terrible thing to do because he has a track record. I mean, if you see, how can I put it? Okay, if every time you walk out your door and it's a hole there and you trip and fall and you done did this continually, do you think you're gonna stop unless you fill that hole? No, you're gonna continue to walk into that hole. This devil is that hole, man. If you don't feel it, or in a sense just get over the way this man is running shit and you running right behind him and accepting the way he run this society, man, you're gonna keep falling into that hole. And that hole eventually is gonna be that corral, if that makes any sense, man. Basically, you have to change something, man. You just can't keep following a blind dog, man. What a blind dog gonna take? Who the fuck knows? It can't be good, though.
Got you, bro. Psalm 7 and 15. He made a pit and digged it, and it's fallen into the ditch which he made.
Hey, and that's his whole rulership, basically, man. It's all a ditch, it's all a trap, it's all a snare. It's not for people to be able to really thrive, man. And those who seem like they're thriving, it's a means to an end. Brought up Puffy, man. That nigga was really just a pawn used to work the minds of Jake, man, with all this different demonic music, all this witchcraft he been bringing forth. But at the end of the day, man, it wasn't benefiting Jake. Jake got some partying on everything, but it made Jake start wanting to do what? Be rappers, be singers, going to clubs. There's nothing wrong with going to no clubs, nothing wrong with listening to music, but when these things start just wrapping around your brain, man, and you can't see further than rap, you can't see further than club and further than music, you know, and when you hear this truth and you don't want nothing to do with it, because it's like somebody scratching a chalkboard to your ear because you have just taken in so much wickedness, man, and been so engulfed in this world, that's a problem, man.
Ecclesiasticus 9 and 11 for Puffy. Envy not the glory of a sinner. Let me read that again. Envy not the glory of a sinner, for you know not what shall be his end.
And that was Puffy's end, man. And a lot of people still, they wanted to be in that limelight. They still want to follow in them type of footsteps, man. But if you, in today's time, everything that's happening, man, I mean, if you want to be a rapper, you want to be a singer, actor, you pretty much done, man. Because it's Mark the 8th chapter, man. You know what I'm saying? What does it profit a man to gain the whole world, to lose his own soul? Okay, and what will he do in return, you know? But roughly paraphrasing, these people are not getting in these positions just because of pure raw talent, man.
Right.
They're having to do some wicked deeds, man. They're having to do some abominable acts to get in these positions, man. Okay? Do you really want to do that? Is that a sacrifice you want to make? Wouldn't it be more of a sacrifice to, you know what I'm saying, repent and follow the ways of how about shout to the best of your ability, that you may receive salvation? Okay, that the Lord may have mercy upon you?
See, with that type of aspect, Jake don't want it because it's delayed gratification. You know, Jake wants that instant gratification right there, right now. You know, that so-called microwave success. But look what comes with it. Look at all the strongholds come with it. Like Jake, you know, they sign up for it. You know, they look glamorous and stuff like that on TV. But Jake, they don't show you about the fine print. What's that fine print? You know what I'm saying?
Do some wicked stuff.
Exactly.
And so the scripture states, envy not the glory of a sinner. So if we went back into, let's say we jumped into a time machine and went back to 96, 97, we never would have thought that this day would have happened to Puffy. If we went back around 97, 98, early 2000s,
He had everybody.
he had everybody. He had everybody singing the songs. You know, he was talking about his liquor deal. He was talking about basically his clothing line, so on and so forth. He was the man or the face of the industry, along with him and Jay-Z. So the scriptures say, envy not the glory of a sinner. That was his glory. For you know not what shall be his end. And at the end of the day, we still don't know the judgment of Puffy from the Most High that will be exercised by a judge such as Esau. We don't know how his end is going to be. But right now, he's crashing. Because when you sign your contract, it's just like an NIL deal. Your name, image, and likeness is all controlled. Now you can say this, you can't say that. You can't talk about this, you can talk about that. You gotta put on this, you can't put on that. Hey, push this agenda, you can't push that agenda. Right, a little more. States the light not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in. Wickedness. Right? Wickedness, all that fucking partying. Everybody was talking about the partying at Puff's house. You know, how the fuck you have a party and then an after party and then a pre-party? All this fucking party. You being drugged up, women getting raped. You know, you have the same sex intercourse and so on and so forth.
Bro, they say motherfucker have to have a liquid IV after leaving this nigga party sometimes. Nigga, what are y'all doing?
You've been drugged.
Just pumping drugs,
So
drinking all kind of crazy shit. Man, they didn't know how bad that boy was.
So again, delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in.
So what they heavily promote? Adultery, idolatry,
Right.
covetousness.
That's right.
You know, there's pretty much any of those components on the black culture.
Anti-Messiah.
Yeah, it's anti-Messiah behavior.
But remember, they shall not go unpunished unto their grave.
It's the book of Psalm 37:1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. So it look like they popping right now because as the scripture goes into, our favor is being shown to the wicked.
Yeah.
So it looks like they winning right now. But at the end of the day, they still got to answer to you, how about Shemashah, which is a higher power.
Cause we used to, you know, kind of fret when it comes to that kind of shit like, damn, these wicked ass niggas, they got this, they got that, they go here, they go there. But now, through the spirit of power, how about Shemashah, with the understanding from the teachers of our apostles and elder bishops and brothers on down, man, we know, man, that shit is temporary. That shit is going really nowhere fast, man. But like say in the world, it look like this is a hell of an accomplishment, man.
Hey,
But it really ain't.
Since you said that, bro, Ecclesiasticus 20:9, there is a sinner that has good success in evil deeds. This nigga became a billionaire.
Yeah.
And there is a gain that turns to loss.
So at the end of the day, you see them, it's like that dog in the backyard. It's just they leash a little bit longer.
That's it.
You know, they got a little bit more room here, you know, they can be able to just navigate in.
Yeah.
At the same time, they still belong to their house, which is Esau Edom.
That's
Right.
What was that letter again?
Hey, I'm gonna read it again, bro. Ecclesiasticus 20:9. There is a sinner that has good success in evil things, and there is a gain that turns to loss.
A gain that turned to loss. So all this success that they have, Red Fox, gain loss.
That's right.
Richard Pryor, gain loss. Bill Cosby, gain loss. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson, gain loss. Prince, gain loss.
He's broke down.
Adrian Peters, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's a one-way road to fail, man. You know, you get a few perks here and there. You know, you get to enjoy a few things here and there. But what does it really profit?
Not a motherfucking thing, man.
Well said, Zaquan.
I mean, fuck this kingdom, man.
Yeah.
You know?
The Spirit hopping on us more and more to be in that mindset.
Gun.
Like, the hell with this kingdom, man.
Gun, bro.
The Lord is showing us through the Spirit every day, hey, this is not your risk. He wants us to be in this type of spirit right now just so we can hope more for him.
Hey, our mom always says, it just pays to do right.
Yep.
Even when we were little boys, but now you really understand the magnitude of that phrase. It pays to wait on your house shop. Ultimately. You know, you got
it's like just having like a clear conscience at night time. You go to sleep,
exactly, bro.
and that matters a lot.
You know, you ain't have to get on your knees. You ain't have to receive no
Right.
back shots. You ain't have to take no drugs. You ain't have to sacrifice nobody. You know,
That's-
these niggas can't fucking sleep.
Those are spiritual riches right there alone, man.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful statement. Those are spiritual riches. Because you can never reverse.
Right.
You can repent, but you can never reverse.
That's right.
So if you let another man put it up your anus, you can't reverse that. You can't go back and delete that scene out of your life.
That's right.
Which is why Jake get high.
That's right.
Jake got all that money, but why don't they want to stay in reality?
right.
You getting high to escape reality.
Tearing it up.
Deny it, yeah.
You know, tearing it up just so you can show forth your manhood.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know,
But it's gone.
it's gone.
It's gone, man.
Esau knows it.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? That's why he does it.
And they know it after they do.
It's just a modern way of buck breaking, man.
That's it. That's it. And then they display people such as Puffy, so there won't be any more runners up.
It shows you that in the movie Pulp Fiction, when that Edomite sodomized Vin Ray.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. They got the most alpha of alpha looking Jakes. And here it is, an Edomite sodomizing them, man.
And you know what's so spiritual? Me and Bishop, I know from us, he was on the phone. He was just talking about that scene yesterday.
Really?
I kid you not. He just talked about that scene yesterday.
And you know, as Quan brought that up, they crammed him up. And then I think that movie came out first before that one when he had the dress on. He was, what that nigga name, Miss Rose or something?
Holiday or some
Miss
shit.
Holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were cramming his ass up.
And that he in his face, he was like the epitome of a Judite alpha male. Like he's the face of a lion of the tribe of Judah. And they know that shit. That's why they sodomized them.
That's right.
You ain't got no fucking integrity, you Grecian.
That's right.
All right.
Verse 10 is according, there is a gift that shall not profit you, and there is a gift whose recompense is double.
Yep.
And if you go to the animal online, it goes into poison. You know?
Because let me tell you what this nigga did, man. Diddy, you did a bad work, man. You promoted sin culture, and you promoted Roman and Grecian culture amongst the Hebrews.
Hey,
amongst the Israelites.
is the point, just like Brother Priest said, bad boy.
Yeah.
He's telling you what he's about. It really dawned on me when the priest said that. Bad boy.
And to this day, what type of men do so-called black women say they want?
Bad boy.
You know, they say they want a degenerate, man, a deviant. Now, sir,
No, they say that's pretty much the
back in our homeland, righteousness was our north compass. So if you were a bad boy, you were called the son of Belial. You know? You called the son of Belial. When they talked about wicked men in the book of Judges, they basically said that he was like son of Belial. That's how you say you can correct me. You can correct me. But a bad boy was like an anomaly in that environment, like a sodomite, like a whore was an anomaly. That was a shame. All right, a sexy rag, you stole her. A bad boy, you stole him. So now, Diddy, you did more than create club music. I know, you know, you did more than create club music. People just have a good time. You promoted debauchery to our people.
Black culture.
You promoted, you created black culture.
Black culture. And that's why you was rewarded as such.
Right. Why would the enemy reward you unless you're doing a bidding for your people?
Yeah.
You're doing a bidding for him.
Got you.
All right.
Got you, for a bad boy. Deuteronomy 21 and 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them.
So hey, them little niggas that be in class, they be acting their ass in class. Them little girls be giggling and shit. You be acting like a little rebel. A nigga like that supposed to get fucking stoned. That's what you got.
Verse 19. Then should his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders in his city.
And nigga, you always had sick eyes, man. First of all, you always wearing shades. All right, but when you see his eyes, it's like, bro, it's dead. You know?
And unto the gate of his place, and they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious, he will not obey our voice.
A bad boy.
He is a glutton and a drunkard, and all the men of his city shall stone him with stones.
He said all the men of the city. That's how you got rid of liabilities. You know? All right?
That's
Hey,
it.
so like I can say, in this society, that nigga would have been more of a, I guess you could say, like an elder, because they brought Usher to him.
Yeah.
You know, what you and Usher was doing up in there, man? What business do you really got? You know what I'm saying? Where this young man gotta live with you all the months, man.
Well,
Justin Bieber.
Diddy said he exposed Usher to orgies. You know? And check this out. I believe Diddy turned out Usher because this big black bitch said Usher gave her herpes, right? And then he paid her off.
Yep.
But then a grown man said Usher gave him herpes. He paid him off. So, hey man, when that shit get done to you, a lot of times you go out and do it to somebody else. Turn them out, man.
She was recently like on a podcast. I forgot that small head what his name is. But you could just tell he was just traumatized talking about Howard Stern. Yep. He was just traumatized talking about his childhood with Diddy.
Even Justin Bieber had.
And guess what he said? That he would never allow his kids to go there. That's what Usher said. A couple years back, he would never allow his kids to actually stay with Pop. And I got some phrases for him for that he wears shades all the time. This is Matthew 6 and 22. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore your eye be single, your whole body shall be full of light.
Yeah, we got footage of you coming on a Fabulous. They have little talk shows and stuff. Fabulous will be on there. Scared to death, man. And the reason why he got to sing with him, you know, everybody talks shit about him, right? But they admit if he was around him, you want to talk shit about him. Because he has a certain presence about him. I can't really, you know what I mean? He's a gatekeeper. He's a gatekeeper, man. But then it's y'all niggas' fault.
That's it. That's it.
Because y'all niggas want riches, man. Get a fucking CDL, keep it moving.
Yeah. Pretty much driving trucks, man.
Yeah, man. But y'all niggas want to be cute, famous, all this shit, man. All right?
Just the,
Is there more to that?
So we're back in Deuteronomy 21:21. And all the men of his city should stone him with stones that he die. So should thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel should hear and fear.
So shall I put evil away from among you. See, we had a cleansing culture. We had a cleansing culture. Even the Passover and the Day of Atonement, those are cleansing systems. It's purity. It's a purification process. So it allows the nation to cleanse itself of Jacob's bullshit. All right? Same thing in our whole old country. Our laws we had systems within our laws that allow dead skin to get pushed out the body. All right? Dead cells to get pushed out the body, man. So a whore, a lazy nigga, or a sodomite,
Using the Lord's name in vain.
idol worshippers, using the Lord's name in vain. We had systems Because the laws are systems, mechanisms.
That's it. And if you don't utilize that system, what happens? A cancer grows. You know what I'm saying? Look at the 300. When the family, the guy that sold out Leonidas, right? He's supposed to be discarded based on how he looked. He was deformed. But guess what happened? Look how that cancer basically came back and destroyed them. But it was for a greater good, because at the end of the day, that army was able to basically be exercised because of the death of the king. But still, you have to put out cancer when you first see it. That's why Yahushua is known as also a physician, because he's going to remove cancer from the earth to try to Edomites.
And I can say that, like the elder said, that it's like it was a purification system that amongst our people, man. And it also was a warning, man. And that would help clear that cancer, because when the people would gather and see a child, a man or woman being stoned to death, man, that had gave them a change of heart on particular behaviors, man.
That's right. Because their seed has been planted.
Yeah.
It's an imprint.
Yeah. Could you imagine the impact that would be on America if, or the world, man, if they used the law, statutes, commandments, and the way outside? If you had a crowd of people right now to watch a person get stoned to death, people finna move different, man.
Well, that's why Revelation is saying the boats, the ships are standing afar off, watching that great horde. So the nations are going to watch that great horde get stoned to death, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why Jacob boy and Jake in the hood, who they know a trigger man. You know, because they know this motherfucker would kill him.
Yeah.
So they got a different, they have a change of heart when it comes to trying to check that man or say something to that man. Because he has made an example out of people.
So that's why Esau pretty much propagated with Christianity, Roman Catholicism, all these ways of religions and philosophies, because it's not rooted in fear. You know, you got this so-called Christianity God, you can do anything you want to do. It's nothing in there that talks about, repentance or turning back.
Right.
So that pushes out like a no fear behavior. So by this concept, that's why you see these people, especially these people within Christianity, they do anything they want to do because it's not governed or rooted in fear.
Right.
You know,
they think that going to church on Sunday wipes their sins away.
Yeah.
Don't work like that.
Come as you are, or do it's not real things of that sort. That's all. It's not rooted in fear.
I'm sorry, bro.
So that gives them pretty much the license to do. Okay, I can do what I want to do. But it ain't gonna be no repercussions for it.
Right.
You know, that's the mindset. Christianity, all these different way of religions has created the mentality of it.
Yep.
You got a little fire.
Okay. You got it.
Hey, this was back out. Ezekiel 22. I guess Ezekiel 22 and 18. And it says, Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. So dross is like unwanted material. Or, it could be looked at as impurity. All they are brass and tin and iron and lead in the midst of the furnace. They are even the dross of silver. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, because you are all become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you into the midst of Jerusalem. As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so I gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you.
There we go. You know?
So like you was going into that purification process, like these different unwanted metals and stuff like that, that's really referencing to 2/3 of our people that's not really the true worshipers of Yahweh Bahashim Shah. These are the ones that want to do their own sacrifice instead of coming to their sacrifice within a great spirit to please Yahweh Bahashim Shah. Right?
This First Maccabees chapter 1, starting at verse 1. I guess you're gonna start at 11. It's like we started at 11.
Yeah, you can see it, so I think
This is the book of First Maccabees chapter 1, starting at verse 11. In those days when there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many.
and this is Diddy, man. I mean, he will represent that in this time. Enchanting Israel with that Grecian fucking culture.
One of those wicked kings coming in.
Of course, brother's 10, 12, 14 years old watching a Diddy video. He always at a beach party. It's always half naked women.
Got them foreign women around.
He got high level producers. They got the hooks for the samples. That nigga said we invented the remix. This nigga was known for taking nostalgic oldies and put them into his 90s songs. So that's how you enchant Israel. All right?
What's the son he had with Mace? Biggie. That's how I found out about Northern King with
No problem.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, like, what the hell is that? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man.
Hey, and the one dedicated to Biggie.
Let's
Oh, that one. Yeah. I know. I see. Yeah, that's all. It even says because it checks the niggas, man.
You got a 112 on the hook.
Oh yeah. Hey, we love singers, man. But hey, they on the left hand right now.
That's right.
Hey, 112 was kind of heavily, man.
Yeah.
Then they had that one high pitched Jake.
Q.
Was that Q? Man, Jake was getting
No,
down.
Slim. My bad, Slim.
Hey, Jake was getting down in the 90s. Hey, but we'll back with that.
Hey, we getting chatted, man.
You gotta chat it, man. You see how heavy that shit is, man?
Back in 1 Maccabees chapter 1 verse 11, start back at the top. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying,
Hey, you persuade many because you had a platform.
That's right.
Yeah.
Your music reached all of Israel.
Yeah.
That's persuading many.
And right now, if you check his TikTok, he has a lot of followers.
Yep.
If you check his gram, he probably had a lot of followers, man.
Yo,
But what started this? Your music. Your music puts you at a level. And even Esau was like, God damn, look at how Pac and Puppy and shit. We can use this to further our agenda.
Hey, Cole, Esau, like I was going to Esau, he's very, what's a good word for it? He's very like cultivated in the art of war. So he knows that our people, we're engaged into music, or musicians.
Yeah.
When you read about King David,
Yeah.
he had singers.
Yeah.
You know, King Solomon had singers.
Or it was a time frame in the book of Chronicles. Bro, we was getting down so bad, the Most High came out. So that shows you Jake like to ride around with loud music.
yeah.
You know
Esau
what I'm
did,
saying?
so what the
Facts.
serpent did, he infiltrated that, he just did on the left hand of me.
That's it, bro.
Man. Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
Oh, contracts. Oh, you said you a gatekeeper, man.
Yeah,
So you been plugged in with the heathen, man.
yeah.
You know?
And see what they says upon what's it all about. Puffy got too big for his britches. So what he did was he tried to sue the owners of Ciroc.
Pick the hand and feet.
He bit the hand that fed him. So what happened was he found out in his contract he didn't have no equity in that business. So he tried to sue him for $100 million. So then on top of that, he threatened them. He said, well, you know what? If you don't pay me these 100 M's, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the people that you're racist. And by default, he can persuade a lot of people and they're going to start buying Ciroc. So what they did was 5 months later, because Esau plays chess, we have Cassius come out. They didn't know when these niggas was getting down like this. This nigga got a long shot right there, but he bit the hand that fed him. And think about this. If you got $1 billion from this so-called white man, think about how much money he's playing with. If he can give a low nigga like you $1 billion, how many billions he got to burn?
Yep.
So what happened was he tried to drop the lawsuit in January, and they said, "No, fuck that. We finna buck break you."
Yep, so Esau knows that, you know, these different Jake celebs, you know, they indulge those type of wicked acts just so they can sabotage you when you break character.
That's it.
You know, that's all they do.
That's
man.
it.
You know, when he had that one part where Kevin Hart was recording this shit. See, they had this big ass Edomite that was following Puffy everywhere he go. He was keeping tabs on everything.
That was a weird video.
That's
Man,
what
that
they
shit
do.
crazy. Yeah.
They had the tub with the candle lights, they had the chick, her hair caught on fire.
Fucking ritual.
Oh, and finish your scripture book about the song.
For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
That's the Western nigga mindset. So Jake always say, look, we trying to make it out the hood. That's their narrative, man. I'm just trying to buy my mama a crib. They all came from that humble beginning, man.
That's right.
But that's the narrative to cross over to that Grecian freaky lifestyle, man.
Yeah. And truth be told, who groomed Puffy? It was Clyde Davis.
Yep.
It was Clyde Davis that groomed Puff along with Andre Herrera.
And how many groups did Diddy have that came and went? And how many people did Diddy have that either went to prison or went back to the Most High?
Man, a lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Because a lot of niggas that dealt with Diddy, they end up going extremely religious.
Right. Loon.
Loon,
Then
Mace,
Mace was in, he was so fucked up, he was in and out.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
First he was a rapper, he'd go back to preach.
Yep.
He was a rapper, he'd go back to preach.
Well, Shine went to politics. Well, he tried to be the president of Haiti or some shit.
He's out there in the leaks.
That nigga went Jewish though before then.
Yeah.
Some called, he went big nose. You know what I mean? He went over there and did the sideburn thing.
He put the small hat on.
Put the small head on, man. Literally.
So you look up the word boule, it goes into deliberative council in ancient Greece. It probably derived from an advisory body of nobles as reflected in the Homeric poems. So that was the ancient Greek council. Those known as the gatekeepers in today's time.
So like your Jay-Z's and Puff. So now Puff has been removed. So now who's the face of the industry? It's Jay. The industry goes into to spread. What are you spreading? The agenda of Esau. When you look that term up according to the internet. So who's the gatekeeper basketball? It's LeBron.
Yeah.
And now Drake will probably pass Puff and be next to Jay. That's how it works. And Esau lets you know, if you mess up, I'm gonna spank your hand. Remember, Puffy got a warning back in the day. Remember with the Shine situation?
Yeah.
They slapped him on the hand, right? They rescued him from there. He obeyed, but then he started talking about his black excellency because he became a so-called billionaire. The Esau let you know still, my face is on the fucking money.
You're not the distributor of nothing.
Exactly.
They did that with Cosby, R. Kelly. Hey, what's my man? Otis Redding?
Yeah.
They did that with Otis because
Yeah,
he
Otis
wasn't,
Redding.
he fought his publishing. I think he was helping Jake own their masters.
That's right.
The whole thing was like own your masters.
That's right.
My story is blurred now, but it was all about ownership in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So all these different Israelites that were entertainers, they wanted to get into a position of power and distribution and ownership. Either they got offered, all right, or they got publicly humiliated, which was basically modern buck breaking. Somebody's calling you a weirdo, and it's on every fucking major platform. All right, that's modern buck breaking, man.
That's right. So going to the boule, it says, these are the least known, which says right here, in the grand hierarchy of this pyramid, they are not very high in importance. In the black community in America, they are extremely high. In most
Wait
black,
a minute. Read that again, bro.
Yep, it says in the grand hierarchy of this pyramid, they are not very high in
Meaning
importance.
within the agenda of Esau.
In the realm of Esau.
In the realm of Esau, the world of Esau, they have no significance. They're nothing but puppets. But what they say?
Yep, and it says in the black community in America, they are extremely high, and most black people have never even heard of them.
And this is where you get these fraternities from. So they're sororities, right? Because this is how you are introduced into the so-called boule. Just like out there in Philadelphia, they're not saying bull, they're saying bull, talking about boule. That's short for boule, bro.
It says they are the gatekeepers of the black community, and if you do not understand them, you will have many false beliefs and attitudes of black America, our struggle, civil rights, and many other subjects will not be corrected. So going into the gatekeepers, looking in the scripture, this is Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourned in the gates thereof language.
Right, because gate's supposed to be a reflection of your leadership. Right? Now, our leadership are the apostles of Great Millstone, trickling down to the bishops, trickling down to the regional directors, trickling down to our heads. That's how we have things established in the spirit. But with them, it's the boule. You know, when we're talking about like prophecy, and then you have wicked Israelite pastors as well.
That's why that's why college campus is basically a hazing ground for Freemasons.
That's it.
Those different fraternities.
That's it.
That's why the fraternities and sororities are held in such high regard. Like at Jackson State, you can't sit on fraternities benches.
Yeah.
You know,
That's it.
which is just no coincidence that the college life is very similar to a Diddy's rap video.
That's it.
Parties,
That's it.
you got orgies.
That's it.
All right, the debauchery. All right, but that's fucking black culture.
Idol worship.
I thought you went to college to get educated.
Right.
Then they show their reverence by getting them brands, man. Get it burned into their skin.
Burnt to their fucking skin, man. All right.
Yep, so it said Judah mourned in the gates thereof language. They are black into the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
Hey, your leader, the gates is the leadership. That's what, your leadership sucks, basically. All right, because when you have no proper leadership, all right, look how bad it is in every city. All right, your leaders are really the gatekeepers, man. Your leaders are really your gatekeepers, and it was a filter out what comes to our people.
That's right.
So your leaders should say, nah, we're not having that type of music for the sons of the Most High. For the nation of Israel, we're not playing that type of music. We're not having no pork, catfish, and shrimp imported to our people while we in this fucking captivity. All right, we're not gonna promote adultery and debauchery. All right, your leaders are talking about some political bullshit that has nothing to do with the welfare of Israelites, man.
This Isaiah 9:16 in NLT. For the leaders of the people have misled them.
Right, because they tell you it's all about the money. You know, attain the American dream and so on and so forth. But look what you got to do to get the money, man. Right?
They be pushing out about generational wealth, you know?
Right, and it's no such thing as generational wealth for an Israelite. Because when you go into that term generational wealth, it literally means race happiness. And the only person that can give us that is Yahweh through Yahweh Shah. Once we're restored back to where we rightfully belong, man.
Nigga, we can't go past our daddy. You fortunate if you know your granddaddy.
Right.
Generational wealth. Your baby mama can ruin all that. Your baby mama got the ability to ruin all that generational wealth shit, man. One little broad, man.
Jake, you got generational dick.
Yeah, that's right.
Shit just passed down.
Generational curses.
Curses like the
That's what we got.
Yeah.
Yep. So for the leaders of the people have misled them, they have led them down the path of destruction.
And look at Paul back in the day. He was campaigning for Obama to be president. So hey, he single-handedly had Jake fucking voting for Obama.
Vote or die.
Vote or die.
Bro,
Vote or die.
that was throwback.
Yes.
Nostalgic, man.
Yes.
Vote or die.
This is how great this nigga was on the left-hand side. He had motherfuckers voting for Barack Obama. Look what he did to Ciroc alone. He had Jake drinking. Jake wasn't talking about no Ciroc. Nigga, I was drinking. Bro, I was drinking Ciroc when it had the gray label on it, before Puff. When I found out Puff was doing that shit, I fell back. You see what I'm saying?
But, STD
yeah. Take that.
So that's heavy enchantments upon Jake, because it started off with Trapper died, and a couple years later, so Voter died. Man, it's still being tied into this system that we saw here.
that's how you know that the musicians are the leaders. Because we don't have any real leaders here. The only leaders are the archetypes that Esau pays. The Lil Waynes, the Diddy's. It's whoever has the influence, that's the leader.
Right.
And that should be
Sports
like
figures.
that should like be the light bulb to our people. You know, like we the only people do have so-called musicians that represent us into these so-called political leadership roles. Not any other nation has that. You know, you have these so-called entertainers that represent us. But as far as like these other nations, they actually have real so-called political leaders. Right. When it comes to our people, we got niggas like Lil Wayne speaking for us. Degenerates like that.
The niggas like that are withering away. See, leaders promote longevity. The laws promote longevity. You niggas seduce the nation of Israel by promoting instant gratification. Nigger culture promotes instant gratification, but if a nigga don't die in his 20s, he's withered the fuck away by the time he's 40. Alright?
Got you, bro. Ecclesiastes 13 and 24. Riches are good unto him that has no sin. And poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly. And look what Puff had to do in order to get $1 billion. Look at the sacrifices he had to make to receive $1 billion, such as Jay-Z. So the scripture states that riches are good unto him that has no sin. There's nothing wrong with having riches, but it's all about how you had to get the riches. Look at the state of Chris Brown. All them fucking tattoos on his body, on his head, you know, on his forehead, and so on and so forth. Look what they had to do in order to get it. They had to lose their soul, meaning what? They had to compromise their morals, their integrity for that mighty dollar.
Hey, that nigga Robert Johnson, who was the owner of BET, he sold it out to I think Viacom or Viacom. Look how degenerate, BET is nowadays.
And battle rap, the same thing happened to battle rap. They sold it, I want to say, to Viacom too. But look how the money that motherfucker
You
is.
got influx in there.
That's it.
You got African gang influx. You know?
I got one for you, bro. Alright. Just going into how, brothers, y'all going into like Buffy and how him being the gatekeeper and he pushing all this on our people, man. This is John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do.
you are of your father the devil. So Esau has enchanted you with his spirit. He has enchanted you with a Cain spirit, when really you're the sons of Abel. Really you're Abel, you know? But he enchanted you with that Cain, Adumian, Grecian, cutthroat, Machiavellian spirit, man. The average nigga got a Machiavellian spirit, man.
And it's so heavy about that. How would people surpass the deeds of the wicked now? When they do something, they're gonna do something all the way. Either it's on the left hand side or the right hand side.
That's true because you see an Edomite, a couple Edomites, you don't think I know it. Oh, this is Edomite. You know, you get a group of niggas around each other, you don't know what's gonna happen. Especially with your family, with your woman. I know what time they on, man. A nigga is a dog, man. When you see a stray dog, you don't know if he's gonna keep going his direction or is he gonna charge towards you. You know what I'm saying? Unpredictable, man.
He was a murderer from the beginning and abide not in the truth.
Cain was a murderer from the beginning. Right? Because he envied his brother Abel. And so this low nature nigga, this low nature creature called Cain, alright, he's enchanting you, man. Because what does Cain or Esau envy about his brother Abel or Jacob? He envied that blessing, and he envied that, and according to Wisdom of Solomon too, he envies that righteous spirit he has.
That's right.
He envies that discipline.
And what the scripture said, because Jacob was an upright man,
Yeah.
plain man.
Yep.
And that goes into a person that has morals.
Yep, and desperately Esau is making an effort to be with you out of that blessing. Because he wants that birthright back.
And this is where Puffy and Jay-Z come in. Kevin Gates comes in. Sexy Red comes in. King Von. Fucking serial killer.
And they getting the violent dispute. But they getting dudes is more and more street.
Yeah.
They enchant Jake, man. Alright.
Because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it.
Look how he did Abel. You know, when the prophet inquired about Abel, am I my brother's keeper?
Yeah.
You know, that's what he said. He's a liar. Meanwhile, you murdered him. You got Abel in the spiritual realm, reporting to the Most High what the fuck you done on earth.
Right.
But when the prophet asks you what's going on, I don't know. I ain't seen him. Am I my brother's keeper? And that's how you get down, man.
And just back up LZ's point, how you said like they getting like more street niggas, even more streeter, that's a word. Because look at drill rap. We had like the generation like King Vons. And after that generation we had the little niggas like Lil Jeff. Like he had even so-called allegedly more bodies than King Vons. Right. Like he kept just getting more degenerate. You know?
And the degeneracy is more celebrated based upon its degeneracy. So if you got a one-up on the last nigga, that's more fame. So you got more bodies than King Vons. I ain't even heard of Lil Jeff.
Yeah, Lil Jeff, man, like, look, bro, I did a video on that nigga, man. Like, his mom knew how he conducted himself in the streets. She was ruining them all. He killed 2 kids coming out of school for lunchtime. But blew him down, he had at least 10 to 13 bodies.
Damn.
Lil Jeff.
He got murked recently.
Good.
Yeah, he did.
Call Halam like how about Shema Shai, man? Hey, you niggas are a vexation, man.
That's right.
Hey, when Jake started dying by the thousands, I'm gonna have a burden lifted off my spirit. I'm gonna feel it, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, this is Jeremiah 2:33. Why trim you your way to seek love?
Yeah, did he, man?
That's right.
Because we got the law. The laws are our way.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, you trim your Hebrew ways to seek love from the Grecians so you can have some type of cushion in the society, man.
And then the scripture, just to back up the point, also explains it. Just furthermore intel, for Trimus in Strong's H3190, pronounced as Yatai. And some of the strong definitions, he did it to be made with, to be happy, to be successful, to be accepted, to benefit, to be cheerful, to be content.
That's why your consolation has been received. Because you go to the lengths of doing anything that's out of bounds according to the ways of Yahweh Bashim Shah, just to so-called seek pleasure within this society.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
To be to find favor, to be merry, to please.
And that's only within the realm of this world.
Mm-hmm.
That's not in another kingdom.
Right.
And that's only within the confinements of Esau Edom.
And this is a sellout scripture. If you travel your way, you done sold the fuck up.
Right.
That's why when they go to these particular record labels and stuff, you know, it was either like talking about how they would do, like, you know, a rapper would come there and be like, you know, yeah, I want to rap about, you know, how I can bring people together. No, they be like, nah, we don't really don't want that. You know, or, you know, I want to rap about how, you know, eating healthier is going to be good for people. No, we don't think that's going to sell, you know, shit like that. Well, let's do a rap song about, you know, killing people and selling drugs and, you know, women half naked. You think that'll sell? You know, okay, let's do that. You know, that's how they do it. That's Jake Seal trimming their way because they want it so bad. But instead of standing on the integrity and be like, well, fuck it, I'm going to try to do it myself. They're going to go ahead and be like, you know, all right, I'll rap about killing.
They're rationalizing by saying, I start out rapping about the bullshit, then transition into some positive shit. It don't work, man.
Too late.
That's what Jay said back in the day. He said, I dumbed down my music. What you criticize for me, but y'all get a holler. So when he dumbed it down, the whole world was saying holler. But what they do, so you have, in order to put out a CD, you have to pass it through the record execs. Billionaire Black said he was going to stop doing drill music. He received a phone call and they told him, no, you can't stop. So in order to maintain the money, maintain your livelihood, you gotta continue to put out deaf music.
They encouraging him to do more.
And the way you know it ain't about selling records, and that would apply to the other nations. Where's their drill music?
Right. And then mainly, Esau controls the machine. All you gotta do is put conscious music out there, like you put that bullshit on the radio, and keep playing it over and over and over, and everybody will be conditioned and start listening to that.
Hey man, you remember like, well, I wasn't there, but the 80s, right? 80s and the 70s.
So I'm wondering.
Yeah. I was on the bicycle. But when they played music right in the clubs in the 80s, right, they'd be like, it'd be like that 80s funk rap. You don't know what the hell they talking about. Right. Everybody in the club, with the outfit, shiny clothes and shit, the disco balls.
That's right.
It was a hit record though. Hip to the hip. There we go. A hip to the hop to the hip. But everybody in the club, like shit.
That's right.
So what does that tell you? You don't have to be on some negative, dark shit to sell a record, man.
Right.
Like you said, the machine gonna push it out.
The machine pushing.
All right.
See, Soul Train was playing music that actually was good music, man, that people actually listened to, that was being promoted.
And look at house parties, boy. Priest Lamar, Shaquat, Elder Kazan, house party. Look at the type of music. You felt good just even watching that old ass movie.
Especially that dance song.
The way they were dancing in the house.
That was like very wholesome, man.
You didn't have to worry about goddamn it not making it home when you went to a house party back during that time.
Then when they come on, what we playing? The music down house?
Oh yeah. See me there?
Even if you go to a bar, right? Even if you go to a bar and they play Gap Band, my man just went back to the spirit world. Frankie Beverly? Yeah, but they pray that the Frankie Beverly in the maze at a fucking bar. Hey man, Jake be in the whole screaming cool person. You don't even know the person next to you.
Can I buy you a drink, bro?
Yeah, you in the Edomite, Edomite offer to buy you a drink. And they call you brother, like fuck yeah, you buy me a drink, man. But hey, music is power. Music is power. It can be positive or negative. All right.
So just a little more, bro.
It's a lot, bro.
Back in Jeremiah 2:33. Also talk. Let me read it. Jeremiah 2:33. Why trim you their way to seek love? Therefore have you also taught the wicked ones your ways.
Why trim us out our way to seek love? Hey, Baba Kashaka, you go back to 1 Maccabees 11 and go to 14.
And can I make a point as well? And Puffy, he had over 1,000 something baby oil bottles and hundreds of dildos. You have taught the wicked ones your ways, man. And Puffy, you never know.
I know nigga had it.
Yeah.
Man, when I seen that picture, man, they went into they tried to line that shit up, man. That shit look like a store, man.
But that's our brother at the end of the day.
Yeah, but Jake, nevertheless, Jake was a freaky ass preacher.
Hey, Puffy said that's right.
Yeah, because look, that's what Jake was doing. That part might have been a stretch, but that dude was a freaky ass preacher. Because the Hebrew Jakes in the back in the old country, they got turned out.
You remember Jaguar Lights? She had brought out that
I guess he used to leave the door open within the office, and he just seemed like there's no type of power you can make a grown man go down on you. But he got so proudful doing it, when people like be walking by, he'll leave the door wide open. You know, instead of like closing it too fast.
And so the entertainer lawyer asked him, why you just won't lock the door? He said, it's nothing more powerful than making a man do that. And guess the man was? Allegedly, not him that time, but it was Christopher Williams, the light-skinned dude that was on New Jack City. You know what I'm saying? It was him.
Hey, cause you know what? Cause hey, well we'll get that too. Because one of the vices that was mentioned in First Esdras 4 was it gold? One of the vices in First Esdras 4 was gold. It was the king. It was gold. It was women. The king, gold, and wine. And wine. So yeah, but gold is the reason why them niggas get exposed to money. They go broke after a couple of years. They want their high back. They want a high that only money could get them. And then they got their bitch. They got their woman at the house. He done gave her a lifestyle. They got kids. This nigga broke, or they going broke. His wife, either he want it, or his wife feeding for it, or both. So this nigga gonna do what he think he gotta do to get that lifestyle back.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
You just broke down Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle said that when Kevin Hart came at his height, his son started questioning him, and he got back in there.
Man, when Dave Chappelle first came back out, he was on the cover of GQ magazine. Something wasn't right in there.
Yeah.
That wasn't deep, man. That wasn't Dave.
No, I don't think that's him either.
I'm just saying, like, I believe, like, that was, like, that's him physically. When you look him in the eyes, that's a different man. The eyes tell everything. All right?
It's Ecclesiasticus 31:5. He that loveth gold should not be justified. He that followeth corruption should have enough thereof. Gold have been the ruin of many.
Gold have been the ruin of many. That's why niggas will suck dick. All right, for a record deal or just to stay in that strata. Jake want to stay in that strata, man. See, Jake want to go back to Elysium. You see the movie Elysium? Yeah, I believe so. You watched the movie Elysium. It was a bunch of elites outside of Earth's orbit. It was in paradise. Meanwhile, Jake was a slave on Earth. So Jake, man, they got a taste of that paradise. They'll do anything against them boys to go back to their paradise. They want to be a part of Esau's family. All right, get yours real quick, bro.
Now, I was just going to say in First Esdras 4, riches isn't mentioned. But basically, it mentions wine, the king, women, and the truth. I was thinking about it, just to tie into what you're saying, though, although it's not riches, basically, Jake want that king status.
Because I might be stretching it, but the water for the correction, but like that wine is kind of like, you can tie it into that. But true enough, wine itself is a spirit. But there's another scripture that tells you how gold is the ruin of many. So Salah. All right, well, go ahead, brother. In the NLT, you guys want to go? Okay, Salah.
It's all good. It said, gold have been the ruin of many, and their destruction was present. It is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it.
That's how you know riches can be a drug in the wrong hands. You got that movie called All the King's Horses, or All the King's Men. This man and this woman moved into her father's mansion. He was out there overseas. He was a billionaire. He owned like an oil company. The woman's husband went from being like an honest, hard-working carpenter or something in that field to being under his father-in-law's estate. And he went from being like a poor layman to basically the son-in-law of a billionaire. Just like that, he was a drug addict. Just like that. Have you seen that movie? All the King's Horse, All the King's Men. Oh, you got it, bro.
It says, it is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it, and every fool should be taken therewith. Blessed is the rich that is found without blemish and have not gone after gold.
Yeah, man.
That's from a spiritual sense.
Yeah.
With these riches, you know what I'm saying, you can equate them to what? It's true.
Yeah.
And hence Revelation 2 and 9.
Right, I was thinking.
And just a quick definition y'all was mentioning about music. This is for subliminal messaging. It says, music has been manipulated to embed subliminal messages that control our thoughts and behaviors. These covert messages are often hidden in lyrics or even within certain musical tones and frequencies.
Meaning what? It goes into your subconscious. So later on, you're actually doing it. You don't know why, but the stem came from you listening to Tupac or Sexy Red.
You could be like you hear a song, you know, you say first and then you don't like it, but later on you actually quoting song lyrics. You know, it says,
Man, that's worse.
yeah. It said by playing these songs on repeat, the government or other powerful entities can simply manipulate our emotions, opinions, and actions.
And that's conditioning. That's why Yahweh Shai, from a spiritual sense, attempted, well, no, not he attempted, but he actually utilized spiritual behavior modification on Peter. Social engineering. What he say to him? If you love me, feed my sheep. Feed my sheep.
Hey,
Feed
buddy.
my sheep.
Oh,
It was on repeat.
I thought you were.
It was on repeat.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, starting at verse 4. Because, you know, at the end of the day, man, all these Israelites are getting this fame, getting this money, so-called riches, man. You know, they don't understand that there's an expiration date to all this shit.
Right.
And they should be focusing on the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the message that's being brought forth by the prophets.
And if I can add, priests, and they know. Because I think Jay said back in the day, I'm going to live and die with the decision I'm going to keep.
Hey,
He said he's going to stand on it.
What that other nigga say? When I go to hell, Lord knows I'm a fry.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, hey, but you niggas are, but you know, nigga culture is an instant gratification culture.
Right.
yeah.
So it's full of YOLO, which is a Cain. It's a Cain decision.
Yeah.
That's the Edomite decision. As well as Edomite was like, man, what is this birthright benefit me right now? I'm hungry as shit right now.
Well, he's presumptuous.
Yeah.
Going to the word.
Self-will.
He was self-willed.
Yeah.
And they don't understand the power that they're dealing with, man. They don't understand how that judgment can be
Hey, no
stretched
pictures,
out
man.
and taken to a whole nother level.
It's not a zoo, brother.
Yeah, I expect not to take pictures of. I'm taking pictures of everything. No, we're
Because we
not
take
a bus.
pictures, yeah, not us.
We're not a bus. If you out of respect, dude, yeah, you got a whole bunch of stuff you can take pictures of.
Yeah, and I'm taking pictures of everything else.
So, but we're asking you not to take the picture. Keep it moving.
Would you feel comfortable we just come up to you and just take pictures?
You with your lady,
You
and
guys
we
are
take
straight
pictures.
talking right now.
Okay, but we asked
You guys are talking in the street. I'm in the street. It's a public street.
Well, use your ears and not your camera, man. Listen. Don't go around taking pictures of us, man.
I'm taking pictures of everything.
We're not a thing. We're grown men over here, man.
That's right. You don't even look like somebody.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, starting at verse 4. Riches won't help on the day of judgment, but right living can save you from death. And I'm reading this in the NLT. Because, you know, Puffy, man, and those like him, you know, that these niggas are wicked, man. They living completely doing sinful acts, man. You know, and that's gonna ultimately what? Like the scriptures say, the wages of sin is death. So they're on their way to a horrible judgment by way of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Him getting hemmed up by the feds, going to this persecution or process of being charged. That's nothing, man. That's nothing, man. The Lord said, fear not him who can kill the body, but he who can kill the body and soul into hell, man. So your house shot, man, got a special judgment for you type of niggas, man.
You understand something? Esau plays Tetris with you niggas. You know, he build you up just so he can knock your ass all the way down.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be a hard fall, man. Because you had the best of the best as a so-called billionaire. And now you down there at rock bottom.
Yeah.
You know, it pays to do right.
Still nigga.
Yeah,
Still a nigga.
he'll never get that status back.
No, he done.
He through. His name is tarnished.
Yeah, it's tarnished.
Shit it on. Verse 5. The godly are directed by honesty. The wicked fall beneath their load of sin. And all that sin, that shit done, like brother said, it done piled up on top of them, man. You know, and the Lord has brought judgment on him for him to get caught up in that shit now. Esau has took all your disrespect, trying to what you call it when you trying to deboy a motherfucker, what's the right word for it? Extort them, you know. So now the Lord is using this devil to take you to a small judgment, man. That's ultimately gonna lead to a bigger judgment, man.
Yeah. And all the idols of America's being broke. I think I'm gonna do a video on Dame Dash. Hell, he was talking, his fucking teeth came out. You know, so the Most High's confounding all you niggas, man, for selling out. The fuck you lose your teeth on what? Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, Yahweh rise on a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Oh, Diddy is an idol of Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
And he's being moved with the presence.
That's right.
Going back to Exodus 12, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua was telling King Bahashah, hey, I'm going to condemn them, I'm going to visit the gods of Egypt.
That's right.
So Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua is visiting the gods of Egypt.
That's right, bro. That's right. And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. That's going to nuclear fire.
Thank you. Micah 1:7. And all the graven images thereof should be beaten to pieces, and all the hires thereof should be burned with the fire.
And now you're figuratively being beat to pieces.
That's right.
Your reputation is
Yeah,
being beat
that's
to
right.
pieces.
Yeah.
You know?
Dame Dash.
Yeah.
Puffy. Who else? This is a whole lot more.
Suge Knight.
Suge Knight went down.
Yep. You know?
And they saying Jay-Z is next. And they talk about how Drake has participated in pedophilia behavior.
Yeah, that's why Kendrick Lamar was like, he was basically calling him a pedophile.
That's right.
And he hit that little punchline. He said, I know this is going to strike a chord. I hope it's not A minor.
A minor.
Yeah. Because the insiders know. A minor.
And they all do this.
Yeah.
They all do this, including him.
And because the album cover you had on the album, Damn, Kendrick Lamar, the picture you had, you can look at that album cover, it's something about that shit. You know, you just got to be doing something, you're ashamed of it, and that's why you called it Damn. It's not speculation. You know what I'm saying? You got to be doing something, man. This is all the name of the album cover. Alright?
It says, and all the hires thereof should be burned with the fire, and all the idols thereof while lay desolate, for she gathered it of the hire of an harlot, they shall return to the hire of an harlot.
Power ranking Boule members, man, you're going down, man. The Most High is exposing you all. He's letting you know the ins and outs of the industry. And we've been saying this shit for years. You know, you have to sacrifice something. You have to do certain rituals in order to maintain your position and even to get hired.
You have to do it constantly.
And you have to do it constantly.
And that was
And they showed you that on King Arthur. King Arthur with Jude Law, basically how he made that sacrifice. Who was the first sacrifice? No, it was his wife. And then basically he came up, but then that demon came back. He brought him back in that dungeon. He was like, look, another sacrifice is required, and he had to give up his daughter.
What's that little show on Netflix? The South African show?
Oh, man.
King Joe'sburg.
Yeah, King Joe'sburg.
Joe'sburg.
Yep.
That show how you gotta tap in on the left hand side in order to level up. So-called level up.
And these drug dealers, these are your street niggas that know about it.
So the higher up has been doing it, man.
Exactly.
And like I said, I believe that abortion clinic, they're just a temple of Molech, man.
That's it.
They constantly do sacrifices. Because they had this one movie where this doctor, this girl would get pregnant, and the doctor would put her to sleep and take the baby out and basically sacrifice the baby to her ignorance. But that's how he kept his money. You know, he was giving women low-key abortions and they didn't even know it. But he was sacrificing the fetus to a demon.
It was a movie?
Yeah, it was a movie. Yeah. They put it in the movies, man.
Yeah, that was it.
Like all these Edomites, like that's like a low-key thing, man. All these Edomites that stay in these really nice neighborhoods. It's like, what do they do? A lot of them do rituals.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do rituals.
I was talking to some guy in the gym. He's in a high tax bracket. He said in Mississippi, he done been to the parties.
Yeah.
He said he has done some stuff in the parties. Now, like I told him in the Tarzan one, if y'all doing this in Mississippi, imagine so-called celebrities.
In Miami.
In Miami,
in
Hollywood, in LA.
Yeah.
You know?
Overseas.
On these fucking yachts.
They call them like socialites.
Yeah.
This is Micah 5 and 13. We got Micah 5 and 13. I'm sorry, verse 12. It says, I'm sorry, verse 11. Micah 5:11. And I will cut off the cities of thy land and throw down all thy strongholds. And I will cut off witchcrafts out of thy hand, and thou shalt have
Our
no
music is fucking witchcraft.
Pure witchcraft.
It's pure witchcraft. Hey, what did they say? How they was gonna make hip hop the new rock and roll? Think about rock and roll back in the 70s and the 80s and the early 90s. That money presence it had. Now look at hip hop now. Everybody's on demon time. Everybody got stores on their shirts,
Face tech.
face tats, and so on and so forth.
Well, they're gothic now.
Yeah, and they're gothic.
Niggas are gothic
That's
now.
right. So Esau has transitioned hip hop, so like it, rock and roll to hip hop.
Because the nigga Edomites, they had heavy metal. That's that dark shit. The niggas got drill music. And they got these niggas wearing gothic shit, black nails and shit, man.
Right.
Because you want to bring that Satanism directly to hip hop. First it was kind of indirect and subtle with the symbols. Now you're bringing that shit directly to hip hop.
That's where Cardi got Baphomet on.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
It says, and I will cut off witchcrafts out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers.
Hey, somebody get that scripture turn you to the stronghold. There's an aftermath to all this shit. The Most High, he's giving you mercy. He's showing you this rap culture is bullshit. All right, but there's a solution to this bullshit. All right, and it's black or white. There's no gray areas, man. You're gonna have the mindset and the behavior of the 2/3 or 1/3, man. So he's showing you these niggas ain't nothing to be worshipped. The niggas that you love today, they getting blown the fuck away tomorrow. Because he don't want you following. He don't want you following these niggas. These niggas ain't your Messiah. Musa ain't your Messiah. Diddy ain't your Messiah. Drake ain't your Messiah. You niggas know their verses more than your Habashai's verses.
Right.
Am I right or wrong? You can quote these niggas' verses more than you can quote the verses in the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke,
That's right.
John. Quote the book of John.
It's your book.
It's for you, nigga. But you would say something like, man, you would say something negative about Cassidy 20 years ago. A nigga, you know, you say something about Boosie black ass in the wrong place, man.
That's right. It's your
Pac fake ass
Yeah.
out of LA. Say something about that nigga in LA. Take his life.
But here in Jackson.
Yeah, or in Jackson to a Generation X.
Yeah.
Generation X, man. You say something about Pac, man. You never met that nigga.
Right.
All right?
Who was a well-known CIA officer.
Yeah, man.
This is Zephaniah, Zechariah, chapter 9, verse 12. Turn ye to the stronghold.
That's the solution. What's the stronghold, brother?
Truth.
It's the truth. Turn ye to the stronghold, man. Fuck all that nigga culture shit.
Yeah, when you turn to the stronghold, you're spiritually possessed now.
Yep. That's right, because look, you have to heal. It's the reason why we've been in the truth 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. It's a healing process. You've seen the Matrix. You're gonna have to go through a healing process. In order to heal, you gotta be withdrawn. You have to be withdrawn. So fuck them clubs. Fuck Tamika. We gotta heal from Tamika. You gotta heal from Keisha. You gotta hear from demons, man, like that street culture demon, man. Niggas do dumb shit because in their mind, they feel like, how would the streets judge me?
Right.
You know how they had them bracelets, what would Jesus do?
That's right.
Now it's like, how would the streets look at me if I did this?
That's it.
You gotta hear from that shit. How would a woman look at me if I did this shit? If I cut my hair, if I cut my dreads, how would Eve look at me? You gotta hear from that shit. You gotta hear from that bullshit in high school. All that shit, man. Alright?
Turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope.
We're prisoners of hope. All we have is hope, man. Alright? A nigga doing a show in your city this month, nigga get shot next month. Never fails. You know, all them dark-skinned niggas that did a show out at the Coliseum a couple years ago, all them dark-skinned rappers, half of them dead, man. Alright?
Even
Niggas together, man, niggas get shot, man.
even to the day I declare that I will render double unto thee.
Yeah.
When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim.
The reason why we look lame, and some of us might dress in a way or have our hair in a way that doesn't look appealing, we've been detached from the Matrix. When you watch the movie The Matrix and the ship Nebuchadnezzar, it looked like plain men because they were withdrawn from the Matrix. So we don't have that celebrity appeal on us, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece.
Because the enchantment is binding you from the fact that we're being poisoned by Esau, Edom. We're being destroyed. But the Most High is raising up an army. That's why he's going into bending the bow of Judah. All right? Because the 1/3 of Judah and Ephraim, of the kingdom of Judah and Ephraim, they're going to be a weapon towards Esau, Edom. But nigga, how you going to be a weapon if you never turn to the stronghold? How you going to be a tool or instrument for Yahweh Bashim Shai if you're still in the sucking place? Why do you think the Most High put the movie on men like Jordan Peele to do a movie called Get Out? And the main character is a so-called black man in white folks' house. So-called white folks. Do you really think it was about a so-called black man in so-called white folks' house? No, it's about the nation of Israel in the house of Edom.
Right. The house was the fucking system.
It was the system.
The house was the system.
And you're under their enchantment, their sorceries, man. All right?
And made thee.
And the people running the house were what? The higher ups?
Higher up, man.
The second place is America. That's why I call it the valley of the shadow of death. That valley is that low land.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It was all about using, Jake.
And it was
they wanted body parts. You know?
Yep. Organ harvesting.
Yeah.
And the second place is a state of mind.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking as a man, because Jacob.
The clones are wrong, you
Yeah.
right.
Isaiah 52, shake thyself from that dust.
And hold that too, bro. Cause I know I'll be talking, but hey, Christianity, rap culture, feminism, gay culture. Those are your chore. Niggas be 40 years old, 50 years old, so some game banging shit.
Right.
Bro, this bigger than wearing garments, bro. You gotta heal from the inside.
That's right.
Then you gotta go months of being in an apartment by yourself. Like your pot, when you wake up into this truth, you gotta go in what they call monk mode, man. Monk mode is when you unplug from the internet, you unplug from all type of distractions. If you got a woman for a particular period of time, you might have to have a woman for 6 months. That's monk mode. When you got no porn, no sex, no distractions, no alcohol, no sugar, that's being healed from the matrix. So you might go like that for 6 months. But now the new creatures being born, man. A lot of niggas ain't fully reborn. You still got that old shit in you because you never went through that phase of that neo phase.
And for that creature such as the house trying to be formed in you, that vessel has to be clean.
It has to be clean, man.
The vessel has to be clean.
That's why you got niggas talking about they Hebrew Crips.
Right.
They were never really baptized,
The
man.
real and the hell kill.
That's right, man. We don't think there's truth no more, man. So like I said, man, you gotta hear from layers and layers of enchantment. But it wasn't until I graduated high school until I realized how much I was affected by that shit I grew up in. I mean, this shit really affect you. Either you was a big dog or an underdog. Either way, it affected you, man. Your mindset, your mentality, you know, your confidence, man. If you want to call it school, you know.
And if it didn't affect you, why does Esau put you there?
12 years.
Why does he put you there? Why does he keep you there?
Well, and especially to an Israelite boy, this shit feel like a prison.
Yeah.
Feel like a fucking prison.
I hated school.
Yeah, me too.
With the hard ass green seats.
Yeah. Right.
And make thee as the sword of a mighty man.
Yeah, we're gonna get our lick back in the spirit, man.
Right.
No guns, man. All right.
John 15 and 19. If you were of the world would love his own.
Yeah, we got a scent that the world doesn't recognize.
Right.
Hey, there's a video footage of a toad. You know how them toads make sounds in the water? You know what they be doing? Sending out vibrations. They in the water making that sound, but the water make waves.
Taking that vibration off the water, like the ripple effect.
The ripple effect. It's sending the vibration through the water. But like attract like. Your vibe match my vibe, so we can link up in the spirit.
Right.
The vibration that we pushing out is out of sync with the vibration of the world. So they don't recognize us as their own.
That's right.
You know?
But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you.
The world hates us. And hate can just mean ignores.
That's right.
Like that queer nigga, that on the passenger seat,
Yeah.
talking shit, you know? But if this was a cipher, he'll be all ears. You know? You know? Hey, if we were of the world would love us, man. But that's a token that you on point. Like a token that you eat healthy Is J. Cole what you grab it for?
You starving yourself.
Yeah, you starving yourself, man. So there's always a token, man. Or if a woman, if Keisha call you boring, that's a token you might be on point.
That's right.
Keisha leave, be like, I'm bored, you bored, you don't do shit, you don't go out. Yeah, yes, we on point.
That's a compliment.
If Keisha out, if you don't get like Keisha, if you like that, you might want to examine yourself whether you did in faith, man. You know?
You got a J. co-worker, you know, he talking about adultery. You don't engage into that combo.
Yep.
And he look at you funny.
Yep.
Those are spiritual tokens, like the elder said. And this is Isaiah 52:1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem.
What's our beautiful garments? It's true. See, we was wearing Grecian garments, man. We was wearing Roman garments, Babylonian garments, man. All right?
In Revelation 16:15, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watches and keep his garments.
Hey, stay in the faith.
That's right, bro.
See, you got to keep our garments. See, the Most High gave us the truth, but He's trying us. That's why in Peter's it refers to it as the trial of your temptation. I'm sorry, the trial of your faith. So He gave us the knowledge. Now we got to fight to keep it.
That's right.
You know,
Least he walked naked and they see his shame.
at least he walked naked and they see his shame, man. See, in the time of Jacob's trouble and ultimately the visitation of Yahweh Shai, all right, you're going to see if you kept your garment. All right? Yahweh Shai is going to see if you kept your garment, man. And the scripture says, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times. So, hey, when the time of Jacob's come, is your wisdom going to stabilize you? You know?
Back in Isaiah 52:1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. From henceforth there should no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
There shall no more come unto thee the uncircumcised and the unclean, man. And the point is, man, we got to turn back to Yahweh by Shema Shai. And it's more than just coming out here with the sign, making, telling our people who they are. That's a major part of it. But that man behind the camera has to be converted. That man behind the camera has to be healed.
And he has to stay hydrated too.
Yeah.
He has to continue to grow.
Yeah.
And grow and grow and grow.
Because in this earth, in this planet, you really only grow through water, like plants. Because we're referred to as plants. A neophyte is a newly planted. There's a planted brother in the truth. Okay, so you water a plant. But if you talking about some street shit while you're in this truth and you glorifying it, you're not growing, man. Somebody feeding you, somebody watering you a Powerade or some shit, man.
You may not be a man of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
That's a heavy damn demon on you, man. Because the streets has nothing to do with his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
And neither are we on this crusade to wake up niggas when we clock out.
That's it.
This is where we wake up, Jake, man.
Yes, this street culture is a curse. This fucking street culture is a fucking curse.
Like you really ain't close your door on the word. It's like, how you don't close the door and you stick your foot in the door and keep it open. It's like you ain't really got your mind made up. You might still want to go back in that door, which is going back into the world, man.
So it says, there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. So that could be referencing to these other nations by default. They're also trickling on down to 2/3 of our people. They're considered as profane. They can't come into this clean house because they're governed, they're fashioned with the garments of this current world, this society.
Because I want to say in certain instances that circumcised can go into, or uncircumcised can go into where the Most High's wisdom cannot penetrate your mindset. This is actually can be a uses for what these wicked ass niggas, man.
That's why King David made that prayer in Psalm the 69th chapter. Let their table become a snare.
Yeah.
Now they can't come into this righteousness.
Right. And he said always. So that means per reincarnation. Up until Yahweh shall come again.
Also looking over Daniel the 12th chapter. None of the wicked shall understand.
Yeah, that's a reprobate.
All right, verse 2. Shake thyself from the dust, arise and sit down, O Jerusalem.
Yeah, and if you believe in the Christian system, westernization, black culture, you haven't shifted yourself from the dust. And ultimately, it's the Holy Spirit. Because once you go through the process of this spiritual cleansing, you're supposed to be a new creature. And then therefore you start what? You start crawling, then you begin to walk, and you run. You know, but you have to go through that complete process, man. It's not an 80% process, it's not a 95% process, it's not a 99% process, but it's a complete process of being born again. But with that being said, you still have to work on yourself every single fucking day, man.
And it's a truth to this truth, man. It's a discipline to this truth, man.
Yeah.
It's like Stoics.
Yeah.
Like it's a routine. Every brother got a routine that works for him as a prophet,
That's
man.
right.
And keep it going. Yeah, keep it going, man. It's a man behind this thing, man.
And if you think about, you said Stoics, if you think about Yahweh Shai and the apostles were Stoics. Love not the world, that's external. Work on the spirit, that's internal. What Stoicism teach you? You can't be worried about what people think about you or reacting from their reactions. You can only be concerned about how you react.
Most important, Stoicism teach you about acceptance. Just accepting it. You know what I'm saying? What it is
what it is.
accept it. You know?
I know it's.
And that builds character when it comes to the men of the Lord, man, because you start understanding that, you know what I'm saying, that it's only a particular type of people who are going to move in the ways of Hashem Yahushua, man. Therefore, you become like a duck if you understand what I mean, and water off a duck back. You know, people, you going to hear this shit, they going to be talking this worldly shit that you really want to hear, but you still have to suffer and endure through it because you might work with these people. You know what I'm saying? You might be doing a job, ride, share, Uber Eats, whatever, dealing with these people. You know what I'm saying? So you have to still go through that shit. And like what Lot say, that he vexed with the conversation of the wicked. The filthy conversation of the wicked, man.
I'm there for you. 2 Peter 2:7, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
And that conversation also goes into conduct, man. So Lot was in New Orleans, spiritually,
Right.
amongst the Sodomites. He was picking up passengers from. I mean, I'm just spiritually speaking.
No,
You know,
that makes sense.
Jake do ride share and shit. He picking up gay passengers.
Can I say, you right though, 'cause I just seen a video where it was called Red Dress Week or some shit in New Orleans.
Yes,
a bunch
sir.
of faggots dressed in red. So you absolutely right.
Well, Jackson, Mississippi, they got a billboard called Pride Month. And that's a man in a dress. It's a nigga, man. So, the prophets were in spiritual New Orleans, spiritual Memphis, spiritual Jackson, Mississippi, Vegas, LA. Those are those. It's spiritually. That's why it's called spiritual Sodom in Egypt. It's here again.
Yeah,
Oh, I can't forget Atlanta. Oh, man, that's the hood. But it's no coincidence that it's prophets in every major city.
So back in Isaiah 52:2, shake thyself from the dust, arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion.
Yeah, being enslaved from a spiritual sense, man. And Micah, 2 and 10, you get there? Yeah, because you have to go through that rigorous process of being born again. So you become a new creature, and that old man really supposed to be gone. You know, and how you know it's complete, it may not be completely gone, but how you know you're doing right, some of those old behaviors tend to come back. But at the same time frame, you gotta fight this shit on, man.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, starting at verse 11 in NLT. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I reacted. So like, let me start. When I was 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11. When I was a child, I spoke and thought and reasoned as a child. But when I grew up, I put away childish things.
Right, and I want to say, hey, read in the KJV, bro.
1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11 in the KJV. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child.
You know, on the level. You know, on the spiritual level. Go ahead.
But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
Right. And I want to say that childish is actually going into unskillful, untaught. You know, so anything we did outside of the truth, we were babes, we were children. Go ahead, on your nose.
Hey, because it was at the NLT you was reading it first. And he said, I reasoned as a child. And he said unskillful, right? But as a child, you're not filtering life out through the scriptures. So now we got the 613 laws. We got the Proverbs of our forefathers. So your reasoning is now through the scriptures.
That's right.
But back then, you only reasoned through your understanding of your own impulses, what made you feel good. Street cultures or black cultures standard upon it. You know, you filtered everything through another through Edomite culture or street culture. But now we reason and we filter everything out through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai.
All those,
Go ahead, bro.
I was saying all those different components you made, all of them childish, bro. Edomite culture, black culture, going to feminism, anything gravitating to this so-called white man system. It's all childish at the end of the day.
Yep.
That's why Esau made that presumptuous decision by giving his blessing away. That's a childish move to me, man.
What's the scripture states as a point about children of fools?
So 30.
Yeah, going into what y'all saying.
And then it said base men. Because if you would go into it, if you think about it, it's a base instinct culture. Esau's characteristic is he's a man of base instincts. Meaning his principle is moving off his basic instincts.
I gotta have it now.
I gotta have it now.
He
It's
want
these
it now.
Yeah, he don't have no fucking. What makes Jacob civilized, he has rules to govern his basic instincts. Esau don't have no rules to govern his basic instincts.
Hey, with Job 38, they were children of fools. They ain't children of base
If you
men.
go into fools, it means like impious,
Yeah.
impiety, and piety.
Going to unrighteous.
Yeah, like and it goes unrighteous
Yeah.
because
Because pious means righteous.
right. Because of the God doesn't exist in your mind.
Right. Ooh.
Who ain't saying his heart?
Yeah, there's no God.
Right. And the definition of fool really means, like you saying, empty-handed.
Right, because you don't have Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai in your mind.
That's right.
One of the synonyms for empty is like abandoned. Why does it mean abandoned? Because you have the Most High is not in you. If you were a house, the Most High isn't there.
Yeah.
That's why the Most High kept calling our people a foolish nation.
Yep.
Because we abandoned
That's
him.
right.
Right.
So again, Job 38, they were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
What does vow mean?
Just straight wicked.
Wicked, low life.
Yeah, low life. Verse.
Perverse,
Morally
man.
depraved.
Drinking blood,
Yeah.
being a sodomite. But it's that same culture that you see amongst the Romans,
Right.
the Grecians,
That's right.
Edomites today. That's why they have the concept of what? Teabagging. You know, if you were a Jake that hung around a bunch of Edomites, Edomite bells, they do weird shit. If you're in the shower, they'll fuck with you while you're in the shower type, you know? And that's like a little college frat shit, man.
Yeah.
I was like, no, in college, like, don't sleep around so-called white men.
Yeah.
Never go sleep around them.
Or playing sports. They'll be on that crazy shit. You know, in high school, junior high, trying to give you a wedgie and shit. You know, you always been on some stupid shit. Because
That's how the sons of Jacob are many most high in his spirit. Alright? The son of Esau, Edom, he's a mini Satan. You know?
And I can say, just speaking on how, our people shouldn't be hanging around Edomite shit like that. Y'all brothers can attest. There's been some guys back in our hometown that be hanging around some Edomites, fuck around, be floating down the river. He the only one that drowned.
Yep.
Nobody know what happened.
Eight people went out for a swim. 7 were Edomites, 1 was a Jake.
and then there was 7.
Yeah, one was missing. Guess which one was missing?
Okay.
The dark.
Dark.
He just jumped in there.
Yeah.
We didn't know he could swim.
Yeah.
And you know,
Okay.
you know what that nigga, I'm gonna say this right quick for the troops go back. Esau flip on you. Esau not like Jacob. You can't already watching Jacob. Esau, you may be thinking like he a cool Edomite. He might even be an Israelite foreigner. But he'll flip on you, right? Within an instant. That's his style, man. It's his nature. It's his nature.
Hey, Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And within his knowledge, he identifies who the enemy is. Know your enemies. Because you have rejected knowledge, I will also reject you, that you shall be no priest to me, seeing you have forgotten the law of your power, I will also forgive your children. But the point was, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
See, in the ancient world, we knew this not. We knew not to fuck with Esau. Hey, it says back in the garden, the Most High put a mark on him. That was his signet. That leprosy was his token, like, don't fuck with him.
That's right.
Because even like in parts of Africa, if you got albinism, you're a freak.
That's right.
But this man that turned things upside down, if you got melanin, you're a freak. Especially 100 years ago, 50 years ago, you know? But Esau made Jacob the Edomite in America.
But they teach that doctrine in the Book of Mormons.
Did he curse us with melody?
Yeah.
He cursed us with pictures.
Then you have Jake on top of that, who pushing Mormonism. You know, that's
Exactly.
Yeah, he'll be at your door computer like,
Right.
like, Mark, what you doing out here with them,
You
man?
don't know shit.
Yeah.
one named Tyrone.
Yeah.
Mormon.
Tyrone G.
Well, you know, it's always the Black Power Ranger.
Yeah.
You know, Zach.
My mama was so fucked up because of that shit, man. She trying to put that Dr. White shit on her, telling me your neck so black. I'm like, damn, this woman gave birth, man. She don't like me, man. But she thought everybody should be light skinned like CJ and them.
Hey,
I'm like, damn.
my mama had me look like Sammy Sosa.
You know what I'm saying? For real, man. You know, but it just shows,
When they bleach it,
yeah, man. I'm like, what the fuck? But it just shows you, man, that's still the part of Stockholm Syndrome, man. They had, like, the older people looking at a dark skin as a curse, basically.
They did. Boy, you got dark.
Yeah.
They'll say this shit like gonna hurt your soul. Ain't gonna hurt your soul.
Yeah, well, you know you black.
Like, you got dark. I'm like, that's
Damn. But then go plant their flowers in the darkest soil they can find. Like, come on, man.
Hey, it's a cream. Eve used a cream called Ultra Glow, man. They use a cream called Ultra Glow. They're supposed to brighten your skin up, man. You know? Hey, don't let that little facade fool you, man. Eve ain't what you think she is, man.
Right.
Jake grew up around Eve. Jake got older siblings and shit. Now, Eve just, she got a facade for the world, man. Eve is fighting self-esteem issues. All right?
Hey, Numbers 12 and 10. And the cloud departed from out the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow.
So she became leprous, white as snow. What was her original complexion?
Shade of bronze.
And Aaron looked on Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said to Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech you. Lay not the sin on us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned.
Yep.
And that's the point. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech you, lay not the sin, because she was leprous, on us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned.
It's a person like a so-called white person. Said that they, when our forefather Isaac, when he so came out, what did he say?
A shasha.
You know, waste away is he wasted. You know, like doing waste. When we know, according to the curses, that our people, of the hopeful day, they're gonna be looking like the so-called white people. And you're gonna get your regular complexion back within the next kid can come. That's what it's all about, that new change that we are all looking forward to. Man. We'll get back that original color, baby. This is Colossians 3 and 1. If ye then be risen with Yahushua, seek those things which are above.
What are the things that are above? The kingdoms.
Yeah, spiritual.
They got this thing called high-level conversations. Now, that's the highest level of conversation you can have, is the conversation of the kingdom.
Right. If I can say something too, again, the scripture stated risen, meaning what? So you have to go through your own spiritual resurrection. In order for Yahushua to be formulated in you. You know?
NLT, same verse. Since you have been raised to new life.
Right, because of the process, the rigorous process of being born again.
Yep.
But like Zaquan been teaching, is more than just coming and camp. You really gotta live this thing.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. Because really the game is when you on camera. When you're not behind the campsite, and when you're not around brothers.
When you in that matrix.
When you're in the matrix, are you applying the scriptures? And again, I'd rather be with a brother that knows 2 precepts and can apply compared to a brother that knows 100 precepts and don't know how to utilize one. All you doing is just basically off memory. But when it comes to the application, the second nature of the scripture, you can't even utilize
And
it.
the scripture's gonna break down why.
Since you have been raised to new life with Yahushua, set your sights on the realities of heaven. Something about the kingdom of heaven.
If I can say something, your sight, your mind being single, that eye being single.
Back in the KJV. If you then be risen with Mashiach Yahushua, those things which are above, where Mashiach Yahushua sitteth on the right hand of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth.
Yeah, the mundane. Because when you transcend, or when you're in the spirit, you become aware of the things you worried about in this life is all a result of you being in this body, being plugged into the matrix. But when you transcend Esau's kingdom, you realize that that's just something that's a mundane reality that has to play its course. But it's beneath you.
It's worldly.
Yep, it's worldly.
You know what I'm saying? You were from
Beneath and I am from
yeah,
above.
from the world.
All right. High level. This is high level conversation. Kings understand, kings talk, man. We're not worried about the affairs of the layman or the mundane. All right. Yeah, let's go to 5.
Okay, verse 3. For you are dead, and your life is hid with Mashiach in Yahweh.
Hey, we're Stoics. And if you look up the word monk, right, it goes back to the Greek monos, which means alone and solitary. So the monks are excluded from society. The 3rd century monks of the Christian monks, they studied Elisha. They studied John the Baptist. They studied the Messiah, and they basically made a religion out of that. Just that solitary life. I believe that was Jacob. 3rd century, but it says, because why would Esau be all into it like that? Esau got into religion just so he won't be conquered by the Jacob in Islam. He won't be conquered by Islam.
Moab probably just adopted those ways.
But now, when it comes to Moab, the original Buddha was a Jacob.
It was.
He came and brought that system to them. He had big eyes, big lips, woolly hair. But now they studied Elisha, Elijah, which is John the Baptist. Just how John the Baptist had honeycomb and locusts. All right, basically he was like a monk. But they turned around and made it. So per definition, they were monks. So really, some of the original monks were the prophets. All right, but the reason I'm expounding on that is because it said you are dead. Now you're not physically dead, you're dead to this world. So that stoic life that I'm gonna start saying monk life, all right, it's because you're unplugged from the matrix. You're dead to this world. You're dead to this system. All right.
It says, verse 4, when Mashiach Yahushua, who is our life, shall appear, then shall you also appear with him in glory.
Because we're not aligning ourselves to impress the king of Babylon. So we're not putting on our garments to impress the king of Babylon. We got that on reserve for the king of Jerusalem, the Prince of Peace.
That's the woman that Yahushua works.
That's the woman that Yahushua works, the woman that's reserving herself for birds.
Yeah, not for the street type of work.
Because what are they doing on this side? Eve gets the streets, and then try to come at us. No, that's not faithful. No, we old faithful right here.
Verse 5, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection.
Can you go back to this slide?
Verse 5, mortify therefore your members.
Put the death. And this is because when you go into when you start watching the Shaolin monks, you start watching different forms of martial arts, what do you have? The student and the master. Where does that concept come from? Yahushua always used the analogy of the student and the master. I'm sorry, the servant and the master, which the servant is the student. But the first principles of being a disciple is killing your flesh. That's why Elder Abba Bibby said what? In order to receive that special gift, that magic gift, you got to control your lust. Because or mortify your members. Because when you mortify your lower nature, you open up your pineal gland.
Then you receive spiritual gifts from that sacrifice.
Yeah, if you receive spiritual gifts, you start reading the word through the spirit, the angel opens up your mind. All right, when you pray to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai.
And it's different. You can tell when it's working.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going on a fast or something you done gave up, you be on a fucking high frequency. Yeah.
Yep, so mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection.
Like you said, we went into that last week. Inordinate means excessive. That's the nature of America. I'm not saying you can't deal with your woman sexually or, drink a little bit. It's balance. See, the Hebrew way is moderation. The Babylonian way is excessiveness, which is inordinate.
Even the point, I was looking at it like how Moab does the tea. Could be small cups of tea.
Yeah.
But then you leave cups of goddamn what's the name of the other place? The other coffee place?
Starbucks.
Starbucks, and then they give you a gigantic ass cup. And then everything, like you say, everything is just out of, you know what I'm saying? It's just over.
It's over, man.
It's over, man.
Think about your stomach is this size.
Right.
It can shrink down to 2 ounces. It can expand up to 32 ounces. Now, if your stomach this size, what the fuck you doing at Golden Corral? Get multiple plates and shit, man. That's why Jake like a fucking hippopotamus, man, in church clothes.
That's a demonic restaurant.
Yeah, it gotta be, man. Hey, the bell start ringing on that one. My owl start.
No, that ain't like
Yeah, cuz.
Yep. So inordinate affection, evil concupiscence.
Yeah, evil concupiscence. Well, I'm trying to say how Google said. Evil concupiscence.
Yeah.
She, I still try. Evil concupiscence. Stay woke, backwards. Go ahead.
Good. And covetousness, which is idolatry.
And covetousness, which is idolatry. All right, because this is a covetous culture. Because the commercials, when you watch your favorite TV shows, you got an 8-minute commercial for every 22-minute TV show. We grew up in the culture of covetousness. That's the commercial. For you to covet. All right, the stuff you watch on the internet, it's for you to covet. All right.
Super Bowl ads.
Yeah.
sin comes from exposure.
Because we're the product. They want us to be consumers, man. Alright, and with that, we hope the brothers and sisters were edified. Let's give one to give our own glory too.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Kakudash.
Devil Unswat, Elder Apostles, Elder Bishops of Great Millstone who were well. Peace and blessings, heaven brothers to the house of the elect. A Bible Bible.
Bible.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.